Welcome to the Ontario Mortgage and Real Estate Insights podcast, your go-to source for the latest developments, trends, and regulatory changes in the industry. I'm your host, Steve Hamwin, here to provide you with insights sourced from reputable news outlets to help you stay informed and make well-informed decisions.
This podcast is brought to you by Real Approved Incorporated, a trusted mortgage brokerage dedicated to helping Canadians achieve their homeownership dreams. Visit realapproved.ca to learn more about how our experienced team can assist you with your mortgage needs. Let's dive into today's episode.
Today, we're discussing the latest report from the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, which highlights a significant housing supply gap in Canada. According to their findings, up to 4.8 million new homes will need to be built over the next decade to restore affordability levels last seen in 2019. This means between 430,000 and 480,000 new housing units are needed per year across both the ownership and rental markets by 2035.
That's a staggering number, Steve. I can't help but think about the families and individuals who are struggling to find affordable housing right now. It's not just a matter of numbers, but real people who are impacted by these shortages.
Absolutely, Janine. And to put it into perspective, the current pace of home construction in Canada is significantly lower, with only 90,760 housing starts recorded so far this year through May. Doubling this pace is crucial, but it'll require a larger and more modern workforce, increased private investment, reduced regulation, fewer delays, and lower development costs, as noted by CMHC's Deputy Chief Economist, Aled Abiyorworth.
That's a lot of change needed, Steve. But it seems like a necessary step if we're going to address this crisis. And it's not just about building more homes, it's about building communities where people can thrive. Ontario and Nova Scotia in particular have significant supply gaps, and we need to focus on how we can support these areas.
Yes, and it's interesting to see how the report breaks down regional differences. Montreal faces the largest gap of any major city, which highlights the varied challenges across provinces and cities. The CMHC's previous estimates in 2023 indicated that an additional 3.5 million housing units would be needed by 2030 to reach the affordability levels of 2004. So this report is an update on that front.
It's definitely a complex issue, Steve. But I believe that with the right strategies and collaboration between government, private investors, and communities, we can make significant progress. It's all about coming together to ensure everyone has a place to call home.
Let's dive into the latest report from ratehub.ca, Janine. It shows that home affordability has worsened in 8 out of 13 major Canadian cities during May. This is despite mortgage rates remaining stable, with the Bank of Canada holding its benchmark overnight lending rate steady at 2.75%. The average 5-year fixed mortgage rate is still at 4.38%.
It's concerning, Steve. Even though mortgage rates are stable, rising home prices are making it harder for people to afford homes. Real people are impacted by these changes, and it's not just numbers on a page. Families are finding it challenging to make ends meet with these increasing costs.
Exactly, Janine. The national average home price reached $691,299 in May, which is a 1.9% increase from April. Although it's still 1.8% below last year's level, the upward trend could indicate a potential market recovery. Interestingly, home sales increased monthly for the first time in over 6 months.
That's a bit of good news, Steve. But it's important to note that while Hamilton saw the most significant improvement in affordability, with buyers needing $3,480 less income, St. John's faced the steepest decline. There, buyers now need an additional $1,690 in income due to an $8,900 increase in average home prices.
Right. And other cities like Halifax, Regina, Montreal, Toronto, Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Fredericton also saw worsening affordability. Meanwhile, Calgary remained unchanged, and Ottawa, Victoria, and Vancouver experienced modest improvements. It's a mixed bag, and it highlights the varied dynamics across different regions.
Penelope Graham from ratehub.ca warned that the favorable buying conditions we've seen may be coming to an end. With firming sales and rising bond yields, we could see pressure on fixed mortgage rates, potentially making things tougher for buyers.
That's a critical point, Janine. While the current best available mortgage rate is 3.84%, which is lower than the average, not everyone can secure that rate. It significantly impacts the amount people can qualify for. The market's complexity requires buyers to stay informed and be prepared for possible changes. Today, we're diving into the latest release from the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, their annual report for 2024. This report underscores CMHC's ongoing efforts as a stabilizing force in the Canadian housing market, focusing on housing solutions and the development of hundreds of thousands of new homes for Canadians.
It's encouraging to see that CMHC continues to play such a pivotal role in addressing the housing needs across the country. The report highlights their commitment to bringing more housing options to Canadians, which is crucial given the current market challenges.
Absolutely, Janine. The report also emphasizes CMHC's role in economic stabilization. It's not just about building homes, but creating a ripple effect that benefits the broader economy. By facilitating more housing, CMHC helps stimulate job growth in construction and related industries, which is essential for economic health.
Yes, and it's important to remember that every new home represents a family or individual gaining stability and a sense of community. While numbers and economic impacts are significant, the human element is what drives these efforts. It's about creating spaces where people can live and thrive.
The annual report also outlines CMHC's strategies for tackling affordability issues. By focusing on innovative financing solutions and partnerships, they're working to make home ownership more accessible. This approach is critical in a market where affordability is a growing concern.
I agree, Steve. Innovative solutions and partnerships are key to overcoming these challenges. It's about leveraging resources and expertise from various sectors to create sustainable housing solutions. The report seems to suggest that CMHC is on the right track with their initiatives.
Indeed, Janine. The report also reaffirms CMHC's commitment to sustainability and environmental responsibility in housing. By incorporating green building practices, they aim to reduce the environmental impact of new developments, which is increasingly important in today's world.
That's a crucial aspect, Steve. Sustainable building practices not only help the environment, but also create healthier living spaces for residents. It's a win-win situation that aligns with the growing demand for eco-friendly housing options.
Let's turn our attention to the local market in Simcoe County. Janine, according to the Barrie and District Association of Realtors, or BDAR, the real estate market has remained stable and competitive this spring. Although there was a drop in home sales last month compared to the previous year, prices have remained relatively unchanged, which indicates a more balanced and buyer-friendly environment.
That's right, Steve. Despite the 17.3% decrease in home sales from May 2024, the average sale price in Simcoe County was $849,002, nearly unchanged from last year. This stability can be reassuring for buyers who are looking for opportunities without the fear of rapidly increasing prices.
Exactly, Janine. And with new listings up by 16.3% and active listings rising 28.4% compared to last May, there's more inventory available, giving buyers more options. The months of inventory have also climbed to 5.1, up from 3.6 last year, which further suggests a more balanced market.
It's great to see more opportunities for buyers, Steve. And according to BDAR Chair Robin Jones, this environment not only provides buyers with greater opportunities, but also ensures that sellers benefit from strong market fundamentals. It's a win-win situation where realtors play a crucial role in guiding clients through these evolving conditions.
Right. And looking more closely at specific areas, Bradford saw a slight increase in home sales with 38 homes sold, which is up 2.7% from March 2024. However, the year-over-year sales price dipped by 7.1% to just under $1.1 million. Meanwhile, Innisfil experienced a drop in the number of units sold by 8.8%, but the average price increased slightly by 3.1% to $913,415.
Yes, and when we look at Barry, Essa, and Aurelia, there are interesting trends as well. Barry experienced a 25.8% drop in home sales, but new listings and active listings increased significantly, which might indicate a future shift in market dynamics. Essa, on the other hand, saw a 28.6% increase in sales, showing a more vibrant market in that area.
It's clear that each area within Simcoe County has its unique dynamics. While the overall market conditions seem stable, it's important for buyers and sellers to stay informed about the specific trends in their local areas. The Canadian Real Estate Association also noted that single-family home prices in Ontario stabilized in May after several months of decline, which adds another layer to the overall positive outlook.
Absolutely, Steve. Even though there are fluctuations, the stabilization of prices provides a bit of relief for both buyers and sellers. It's about finding that balance where everyone can make informed decisions that suit their needs and circumstances.
And with that, we're wrapping up today's episode. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Ontario Mortgage and Real Estate Insights podcast. We hope you found today's insights valuable as you navigate the world of mortgages and real estate.
Before you go, a quick reminder. Real Approved is here to make your mortgage journey smoother. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, their experienced team is ready to guide you with personalized support every step of the way. Visit realapproved.ca to get started and take the next step toward achieving your home ownership goals. Catch you next time, and stay informed with the latest industry insights.